Good Monday morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend and welcome back to school. So today we're going to talk about sight reading strategies, and we are going to do some small group sight reading in the hopes that some of you that are better sight readers will be able to help some of the kids that are having troubles, and some of the kids that are having troubles will have a forum to ask some questions where you're not asking in front of the whole class. So what I want to talk to you about is what we need to do when we first look at our sight reading paper. You need to take a look at it and look at the time signature, see how many beats per measure. You need to look at it and make sure that it does in fact start and end on do. You need to, and if it doesn't, sometimes it'll start on do but it ends on something else. So you need to make a mental note of that. You need to look at it and see where do is, so that if you get lost, you can always find that do and anchor back on it. For example, if we're doing number 3 on the paper that I gave you last week, the do is on the second line from the bottom. So that's a place that every time you see that second line from the bottom and you hear your neighbors singing do, you know you can key back in right to that spot. You need to look through and see if there are any skips, and a skip is going to go from a line to a line or a space to a space. In effect, it's going to skip over notes. Usually the skips in 7th and 8th grade large group sight reading are like do to mi, mi to sol, maybe ti to re, or re to fa, fa to la. Usually they're just skips of a third, so they're not really difficult skips. And you need to make a note about where those skips are. And when you get to that skip, if you have trouble with it, stop and practice it. Figure out how to do it. Sing over the note. So if it's a skip from a do to a mi, sing do, re, mi, do, mi. Figure out how to get to that skip and do it several times so you have it in your ear. Look for strange rhythms. Are there dotted rhythms? Are there eighth notes? Are there whole notes? Look and make sure. So before you even start into it, look through the example to find all the areas that could be problems. Then go ahead and start it. Make a note of where you had trouble and go back and practice the trouble spots. It doesn't do you any good to practice the spots you can sing without working on. You need to practice the trouble spots. Practice the hard spots. That's how they get easier. The last tip I have for you is that if you're having trouble following along, use your finger. There'll be enough people, and I will be patting the time. You don't need to pat the time. You can use your finger and follow note to note, every note that you sing, and that way you will not get lost. If you look at me, it's not going to help you because I am not going to be singing with you. So today you're going to practice in your small group number 3 and number 4. It's the 3rd and the 4th example, Class M Unison 3 and Class M Unison 1 in your small groups. And you're going to have the opportunity to earn 2 marbles as a class. You're going to have 2 chances as a class to sing them perfectly. And if you sing them perfectly in the 2 chances, then you'll get a marble per example. Now that is for 7th and 8th grade. 6th grade we're going to do different examples, but it's going to be the same process. So today your essential question is, left-hand side, name at least 3 things you need to do when you look at a sight reading example. And on the right-hand side, find a creative way to remember these things. Maybe you can write an acrostic poem. Maybe you can draw some symbols that will help you remember. Find a way that will help you remember the steps to take every time you get a sight reading piece. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.